out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And just shutting him off there. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check smash, Vikings.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
And runs like that with explosiveness. That's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go. No, Rick. 60 Eagles. Ready,
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Get it. Cougar Knight, go.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. One after here coming up. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 64 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can
about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Ready. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. From 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
To throw is Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Daniels looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. There he goes left side. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Saquon Barkley, 94 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Hold it ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A 7-yard pick.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tag. 60 by 6. Go.
Here's Daniels.
Now it's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like their early returns.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Dances by at the 20. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Come on, come on.
Now Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Brings up second and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Set, ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard line.
Big Lion. Here we go. Shot.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carney. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Get it. Let go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Cook it. Ready. Ready, ready.
To the air goes Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Rondale Moore from a yard out. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Bigsby. Stopped short of the 25. That second effort got him a couple extra. Run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. And they run the toss to Bigsby. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their...
As not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner's a former defense.
I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's got him in wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, hopefully they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A short one there, caught by Likely. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating where he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now they'll run on the draw. And scoring right there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Ready?
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
He'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now they'll switch it up here, look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick it up himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's now 4th and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Philly offense set to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Likely time for 1 final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Hurts with throw. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Bigsby. And he fights forward for a nice 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Up the middle with Barkley. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Now Daniels going to keep it. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here we go. Stack. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
own 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long. Hurts. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Pass caught. Let's Lane with it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Commanders 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. The man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll look to throw again. And we'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and he moves his sticks.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. But now he appears to be in some pain. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They're going to look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. Now a hand off to Bigsby. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Take Bigsby, 15 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him hasn't been a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9.
No, stop that. 63. No, stop.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Touchdown! A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 60. And the Eagles take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive. Nonetheless, these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Come 19.
Throwing now is Daniels. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting it with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Here's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants him to finish this one out.
And this is going to be intercepted. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys will be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A solid stiff arm.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there they're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, and what was going to rough road for them. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now Daniels.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line are able to keep leverage, are able to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Eagles first down. A gain of 12. And an Eagles first down.
Another run by Bigsby. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On the carry, Bigsby. Inside the try before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing and 8 carries for him so far.
You know, in the era of wide open football, spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Bigsby. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They go down to a lead, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Eagles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.